Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah C. I am the CEO of TSE Worldwide Press, the president and founder of United Yearbook Printing Services. And it is my privilege and honor to introduce you our latest intern who just graduated from the summer program as of today. His name is David Wong from Biola University. I'm going to ask him a few questions to share about his internship experience and his advice for other students. As we return back to school. Probably some of you have already returned, but he's going to share with us about the lesson that he learned, and hopefully, some of you can learn something and have a strong start of the school year. So, David, share with us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so thanks. My name is David Wong. I'm a business management student at Biola University. I'll be graduating this upcoming semester, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it's definitely been a fun internship, and I am very thankful that I followed through with it, and it just helped me grow as a person, as a professional, and prepares me for life outside of college.
Very good. Share with us how many internships that you've done so far, and what has been the experience like?
Yeah, so before this one, I had two previous internships. I worked for State Insurance Fund, which is a state agency for California, and that was mainly about, they gave me a huge project. I worked in the claims department, so it was a lot about just employees being injured and a lot of back-end work of associating claims or really connecting claims and making other employees' lives a bit easier. So it was a lot of detail work, a lot of understanding how to manage my time effectively and do it efficiently. So it really helped me improve my attention to detail and just my overall work ethic. As far as this internship, as a marketing coordinator intern, definitely lean into more of my creative side as more of my visionary strategic side, which fits perfectly because I do want to be an entrepreneur and start up my own business. So it was a lot about communicating with clients, figuring out different ways we could provide clarity in our resources and in our support through things like the newsletter, things like social media, and even helping out with workshops and just brainstorming where we can go with the rest of the year into really thinking big and innovating for our clients.
Very good. And how does this internship with TSE help shift your mindset and your way of getting some job experience before graduating from college?
Yeah, I'd say it helped me in a few things. So first was self-awareness, second was intentionality, and third would probably be being humble, hungry, and smart, people smart. I would say the first one, and just having self-awareness, you need to know your priorities, you need to know your strengths, what are your values, your goals for not only this internship or this time, but just your overall goals. So in my mind, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I'm still seeking that out. So in having some self-awareness of my goals and some of my strengths and like being a manager, being good at organization and structure, things like that. How can I grow in these strengths to lead up to my goal? And how can I grow in my weaknesses to make me more well-rounded in that? And as far as intentionality, from knowing that the big picture things of your values, of your priorities, of your goals, how does everything that you do align with that? So the detailed task of this internship to studying to reading books, how does that all align with that and help me progress towards that? And the last thing of just being humble, hungry, and smart, it's just a mindset to have. Always have that teachable and growth mindset. And being hungry, you just constantly want to learn more and to add value to your supervisor, add value to the company. and just make an impact. But in the midst of all of that, you have to be humble and you have to have empathy and sympathy and just understanding people because they are integral to the process.
Very good. Now, you read the book From Illusion to Reality before you started. What are some of the lessons, advice that you take here to after reading the book that you're able to apply to your job?
Yeah, so the book for me really helped in the kind of 10 practical tips at the end of each section. I think the ones that really stood out to me was the work ethic section that you made, really emphasizing integrity and responsibility and accountability for others and for yourself. That just helped me kind of approach work in a different light and just being completely focused on that and intentional in how I approach it and how I manage my time during it. And from the other two sections, I think the biggest thing that I learned was just to be curious. Again, have that growth mindset and just want to learn new things and make an impact and just lean into that creative side of things, because you can do a lot of things when you're relaxed, when you're not really thinking about it too hard, and ideas will just spring up and you can follow them. So I'd say a mix of the work ethic as well as the creative side really helped me.
What are some of the myths that you believe a lot of high school students or even college graduate have, or their attitude towards job?
I think one of the biggest things, and I fell into this as well, of the job that you have outside of college, the first job is going to be your only career. I think in just reading more about the book, reading more about career development and just career preparation, you have to understand that you're a unique person. You have a lot of different strengths and you have time to experiment with different things and find new ways and opportunities to grow, to learn. And if you find a passion that is different than your current job, you should start to find new ways to seek out that passion and seek that opportunity. So I think one of the biggest things was definitely like, you have one job and that's your only career. And you can't have any positions outside of that.
Very good. I have another question for you which is for business owners, executive who are looking to hire interns. What would be your words of advice to them to bring in intern, to give them some job experience, and how to create that win-win situation on both sides?
Yeah, so I think definitely you would need to look at the soft skill side of things rather than the hard skill. I think that is so much more important and adds a lot more value in the long term as well as the short term. So for me, if I was hiring, I would definitely look at, are they teachable? Do they want to grow? Do they want to be taught? Do they want this opportunity to learn and to actually grow from it? Or are they just wanting the paycheck? Or are they just wanting another resume builder? Another thing is, how do they communicate with others? How well do they communicate? How well do they work with others on a team? Because in life, you're going to need to talk to others. We need to talk to others and work with others. And 3, it's do they have a sort of drive? Do they want to be there and do they want to be present? Which connects very much to the teachable mindset of they have to come in, day in, day out to learn, and they have to want to be there. If they're just seeing this as another thing to do, it's hard to genuinely learn and to grow and to help others. So I would definitely look at those 3 things.
All right. As a lot of students are returning to campus, especially for Biola University, what would be your word advice to all the students?
So first, give yourself time and grace. coming back in person after the remote setting, there's bound to be a lot of changes, a lot of initial hiccups like, where's this class? I forgot how to do these things. And it's just seeing your friends in so long, or seeing new students and fellow classmates in so long. It could be initially very tough and awkward. So in the midst of adjusting back to in-person and just life in general, we are not perfect. We will make mistakes constantly, but give yourself time and grace to learn from it, to grow from it, and to move forward from it. And second thing I would say is you have time to experiment. We're all young and we have grace to actually experiment with different things. So do internships,